And in first place, we have Paige Wheeler. Congratulations to you, Paige. Another 6-pack of AO Scan sample passes coming your way.
Fantastic. Great job, Paige.
It was a year ago, exactly a year ago, where our oldest daughter called us up and she said, I want to go to lunch with you guys. Can I come meet you at the office and go to lunch? And we're like, yeah, come on over. It was right before Day of Discovery. She came up to the office, and if you've been to our office, you know the spot that I'm talking about. We're right at the elevators, and the elevators are here, and then the big open windows with all that natural light is right across. And we're standing at the elevator, and Kylie said, oh my gosh, Dad, your face. And he goes, what's wrong with my face? And she's like, I'm just gonna take a picture so I can show you. Now, she's a master esthetician, so she notices skin and things like that. So this is the picture that she took. Now, mind you, she took this picture and he just stood still because he's like, I just want to see what you're talking about. So that's what this picture is. Okay. I know, there's things going on. There's things going on. We've got wrinkles, we've got some skin discoloration, we got things. Okay, I'm gonna do a little disclaimer here that the crow's feet that you see, that's hereditary. Now, if you look at pictures of Kai when he was 2 years old, he's got them. They're adorable. The older he gets, the deeper they get. Okay, so we take this picture and he sees it and he's like, oh gosh, what do I do about that? Well, a year ago, what did we launch? Youth. Now, something you need to know about Kai is he is a product of the product. When I've talked to leaders before and I said, be a product of the product, right? Kai is a product of the product. He believes in our products. And something you may not know, we design our supplements because we want them. I am telling the absolute truth right here. Listen, so I get myself in trouble when I get on stage, especially when I don't have notes. I might say things I shouldn't say. I'm gonna say something I probably shouldn't say. So Kai has an associate that he used to work with, and his formula for one of his supplements, it sits on incredible research. And it is a powerhouse of research. The problem is that this person took this research and then wanted to make the most money possible, which a lot of people want to do. And so he bought the bottom of the barrel ingredients, the cheapest ingredients he could buy. He put 20% filler in there because that's what's allowed. And it's not this great, incredible product that could be so amazing. Now it's just kind of mediocre. Why? Money. One thing you have to know about Solex, we do not live and die by our supplements. That is not our bread and butter. That's why you can look at the cost of our supplements and you can find similar pricing, not quality, similar pricing on places like Amazon. Because we don't need to have these huge gouging margins in our supplements. We do not live and die by our supplements. And the reason we make these supplements is because we want them. I want to be confident in what I'm putting in my body. And your body can tell the difference. It will tell you. So, that being said, a year ago, we launched AO Core. Kai's a product of the product. He started taking AO Core. He takes it every single day. Youth is a part of AO Core. Now, youth is incredible. But we didn't know how incredible it was. So we started taking it, and we just kind of went on with our day. Okay, fast forward to 6 months later. Now we're about the time of our virtual day of discovery. Actually, we had just gotten back from our incentive trip to the Mexican Riviera. So this next picture, he has a little bit of a tan, and that's why. But we're in the same position. Kylie called us. You want to go to lunch? Yes. Exact same spot, exact same time of day. And she goes, oh my gosh, Dad, your face. And he was like, what? She was like, no, it's good. Let me take a picture. Can you believe that? Look at the crow's feet. Look at how much more filled in they are. Look at the discoloration in his face. Biome, zymes, gut. Remember, AO Core. This is not just youth. Look at his hair. Okay, let me tell you a story about Kai's hair. Poor Kai. really love him. Remember, I love him. Okay. When we first got married, we were poor college students, and we could not afford to go get his hair cut. So I learned how to cut his hair. So if anyone needs a haircut, I can do one style. So I ended up cutting his hair, and he liked the way I did it. And so 25 years I cut his hair, and he would not go to a barbershop, because every time he would go, I can count on one hand how many times that man has gone to a barbershop in 28 years. For 25 years, he would make me cut his hair. And you could see each follicle on his head. You could see his scalp through his hair, because he's just always had very thin hair. Well, okay, the reason I say I cut it for 25 years, my daughter Kirsten learned how to do this thing called a bald fade, right? So I don't know how to do a bald fade. So now Kirsten cuts his hair and does a bald fade. Well, it was a couple of months ago, and Kirsten only had time to do the bald fade part. She didn't have time to do the top, so I came to cut the top. And I'm cutting his hair, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Kai, your hair is so thick. I'm like, it took me double the time that it used to take. Look at the difference. You can see it. Isn't that absolutely incredible? Okay, poor Kai. What's youth? Okay, I'm not going to give you a whole lesson on youth. You already know what youth is. I'm just going to give you some refreshers. AO Youth is a high-frequency liquid nano supplement that is designed to support healthy aging. Now, I have to tell you, I had this cute moment with my sweetest little grandchild, Jane. She's our oldest grandchild, and she's a grandma's girl, and we were snuggling and just like sitting in this chair and just snuggling, and she goes, Grandma? And I said, yeah, Jane? She said, you have cracks under your eyes. And I said, thank you. Thank you. Okay. You know what? I'm grateful for the cracks under my eyes. I've earned these cracks. And I have a cousin who passed away at 33, did not get a chance to earn her cracks. So I'm grateful for the cracks. I would be grateful if they stayed where they are or even reversed, but I'm grateful that I had the chance to have cracks under my eyes. Youth targets collagen decline and boosts NAD plus production. Do you know as you get older, NAD levels decrease, right? So that leads to less energy. It leads to slower metabolism, leads to loss of focus. Youth helps inhibit AGEs, which is what ages us, right? Youth effectively targets the root cause of aging, right? We're not slapping Band-Aids over it. We're not putting lotions and potions and creams and all the things. Root cause is what we want. And offers more bioavailable and absorbable collagen sources and types. Now, Kai swears that is the reason why his hair is thicker, because he's tried many collagens over the years and it's never had that effect. And it tastes great. At least I think it is. Now, I like to take my youth combined with gut. I think that tastes the best, and maybe I'm just used to it. Maybe you guys are like, oh, gross. No, I think I'm just used to it. You like it too? It's the only way to do it, yeah. So that's how I like to take my youth. Okay, what's collagen? We know. Collagen is a protein that is everywhere in our body, right? It's in your skin. It is the strength and the elasticity of your skin. Your bones are made up of collagen. It provides the rigidity and the support in your bones. It's in your cartilage. It cushions your joints. Tendons and ligaments, it's in those fibrous cords that connect muscle to bone and bone to bone. Your blood vessels. Collagen is in the walls of your blood vessels, providing structure and support. It's in your organs, your heart, lungs, and of course, hair and nails. It provides support and structure in your hair and nails. So, okay, what makes youth different? Well, we talked about a couple of things. The first thing is the multiple sources and types, right? That's one of the things. Here's one of the biggest things. I didn't know a lot about this until we made our own collagen. Collagenase and elastase inhibitors. Okay, collagenase, that is an enzyme that breaks down collagen by cleaving to its peptide bonds. Elastase acts synergistically with other inflammatory signals and enzymes to dramatically increase collagen degradation. So why do you want inhibitors? It goes in there and blocks that degradation. A lot of collagen, I don't know, I'm not sure. Maybe you know of a source that does that. Maybe you know of a collagen that does that. I don't think that's common. Nanotechnology. We've had so many questions about nanotechnology. They're fun. Do you guys put nanobots in your... No. Okay, nanotechnology. Let's just really quick refresher. What is nanotechnology? Nanotechnology is a process that we use that separates the binding of molecular structures, breaks it down into smaller particles. Why do we do that? Absorption, more efficient and effective absorption of the product. So when we do this with a supplement, it becomes more available, bioavailable at the cellular level. Benefits of nanosizing: massive absorption, less waste, lower biological stress. It's just better for your body. You can use less to do more, okay? So that's a huge, huge reason why we nanosize our supplements. Youth is like nutrient-rich soil for your cells. You need that nutrient-rich soil to fight that aging. Helps with clearer thinking, helps you with deeper sleep. I've experienced this with deeper sleep. Fantastic with your perimenopausal selves to get better sleep, more stamina, and who doesn't want more glow? I do. Who wants to see a surprise? Let's play the video. So a few months ago in May, Lauren we were going to Amsterdam. We were having a day of discovery in Amsterdam. And we got up to the check-in our luggage table place. And my luggage was 1.5 pounds over. And it was $150 to have 1.5 pounds over. So I'm opening my suitcase. If you were there last night, you know, it didn't snap back. I'm opening my suitcase, and I'm like, okay, what do I have in here? Okay, so anyway, I take these things out, and I have to put them in Lauren's suitcase, and I'm like, well, I need to know where your room is, because I need those back in the morning, I need it. So we're like, there has to be a solution for traveling, so we can bring our youth and our gut. We'll get gut someday. Youth, we gotta bring our youth. And so that is why we made these sample packs. So, for travel, also for sharing. Okay, speaking of sharing, would you like me to share with you? Let's pass out some samples. All right, so just so you're clear, we're gonna give you a sample pack of the lemon orange and a sample pack of the raspberry lemon, so you can try them. Now, to be clear, if you've never taken this before, we are not passing out water with that. So if you just open and guzzle, it might be a little strong. Some people do that, and you're welcome to do that. But it is recommended to add it to some water. You wanna talk pricing? 15 count loyalty, $29, auto ship 26, points is 20. If you wanna get a 30 count, the loyalty is 57, auto ship 54, points are 40. And we are offering combinations. AO Youth, if you haven't tried it yet, what are you waiting for? Look at Kai's face. What are you waiting for? Your body knows how to heal. Your body is very smart. It knows what to do. Give it the things that it needs to heal properly. I'm done.
I love AOU singles. In fact, we went on a trip recently. We went and brought those with us. It was so convenient to be able to take them. And in fact, we were able to share them with people on that trip.
That is true.
So I love this new way of getting it to yourself as well as to others. Now, we've been working on getting content that we can share from Day of Discovery out to you. Obviously, for a lot of you, you're like, please make it faster. We're doing everything we can to get that put together in a way that is meaningful and valuable to you. Right now, I want to share with you another thing that happened at Day of Discovery. It was a bit of an impromptu, and a lot of you that came to the event asked about this experience, this testimonial. Like I said, it was impromptu. I brought my friend Pearl on the stage and her husband, Tim. Tim's a wonderful friend to Solex. In fact, he was a co-founder of Solex and helped get us going in the very beginning. Yeah. Love Tim, love Pearl, but I know you're going to love Pearl's experience, and she's going to share this with you. This is my friend Pearl.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here.
Now, does anybody know of one of our products called the Illuminator? Okay. She has her Illuminator right here, and she has this tube. Now, when we launched the Illuminator, one of the things we did when we launched is I brought up a study. It was out of a lab at the University of London, where it was an optometry lab where they were studying the eye, and they actually were studying visual performance. And one of the things that they found in this study was that exposure to the eye at a distance of about 12 inches with red light for just a couple minutes in the morning showed significant, to the point of double-digit improvement in visual performance in a third-party visual test, both before and after. And not only that the performance continued for the next 7 days, okay? Now, the crux of that, and we're gonna get to a very specific experience in just a second, is that what was the red light doing to cause such a significant change in visual performance in such a short amount of time? Well, one of the things that they knew it was doing, it was activating cellular respiration in the cells so that they perform better. And not only in the eye, but actually for the next 30 minutes after the exposure into the whole body, cellular respiration improved. Well, Pearl, you were suffering or dealing with some challenge with your eyes at that time.
Macular degeneration.
And that was, how disruptive was that for you?
Oh, it was terrible. I couldn't drive. I couldn't really see to levers or run the TV. I could see the TV, but I couldn't see it like Jim could or anybody else.
Yeah.
And so I started the red light theory.
Uh-huh.
Every day, 2 minutes each eye, and I was having shots in both eyes once a month for, I don't know, I should have kept a journal.
Yeah, it's been years.
Oh, it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
And so suddenly, my eye doctor said, what are you doing? You know, I'm not having to put as much Eylea in your eyes. So I told him about it, and he kind of smiled, and he said, well, if you like it, you just keep doing it, Pearl. So I said, I do like it, and I will. And I don't know how many months, or maybe, months later, he said, what did you tell me you were doing with your eyes? Because it was suddenly very, very much better. And now I haven't had shots, for the last 2 years. And Thursday, I just went in to see him again, and he said, well, whatever you're doing, just keep it up, but let me know what it is. So I'm very thankful for my friend.
I remember one of the we got you an illuminator and we just said, take the roll from your paper towels. That's about the right distance. Stick it in the end and put it over your eye, right? And that's how you do it every day.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it wasn't, I felt like it was a few weeks, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember your husband giving Lauren a call, and you had this distinct difference between, not only it was difficult seeing the TV, but you had difficulty finding the remote that was on the mantle, but then all of a sudden...
Oh, yeah, forget it. I mean, I got tired of looking for things, so I didn't. Watching the television, that's all. So,
but then you could distinguish within a few weeks the remote on the mantle where before you couldn't even see the remote, right?
no, about 4 weeks. It's a miracle.
Yeah, it is a miracle. And she has absolutely changed. We've gotten updates over the years from her just by that alone. Does that mean a lot to you, Pearl, to be able to have your vision change like that?
Well, you know, all you have to do is close your eyes and say, gee, am I really happy doing this all day, every day? You know, it's made a world of difference in my life.
A world of difference.
Yes.
You not only can see the remote, you can see your grandkids. You can see
know.
your kids. You get to
I can see
their
the
facial
color of their
expressions.
eyes, and yes.
Isn't
Couldn't do
that
that.
incredible? Isn't that incredible?
Thank you.
Yeah. Now we have. I'm going to bring one more guest up.
Oh, really?
I'm going to bring your husband up
Do I know
because
him? Oh, I do know him.
he was the reporter.
I better know him.
Let me tell you, this lady is a firecracker too. She will tell you like it is, and so her simplicity and her kindness and expression, she'd just as soon knock you up the side of the head and say, "Why aren't you doing this?" Right? Because this will change your life. Tim.
What I always tell
Tim
people
Jenkins.
is, if you don't want the answer, don't ask me the question.
Welcome, Tim Jenkins. This is her
here's
husband
my
to the
boyfriend.
stage. Now we're going to pass the mic off to Tim here.
Oh, okay.
Tim is also a great friend. He's a great friend of Solex. Now, let me tell you something. This is not just a guest here on stage. Tim Jenkins is a co-founder and the original owner with Lauren of Solex. And he's currently a board member, okay? So I don't say that there is an angle on this testimonial. What it is he just told me his testimonial yesterday. And I said, no, you're coming up with Pearl. You're gonna give your experience. So you told me yesterday that you've been watching Pearl go to the specialist and get treated over these years. And then you went to one or two specialists, and
Same one.
Same one. Tell what happened just in the last weeks.
Well, first of all, I got a complaint.
You have a complaint? Of course, that's the kind of his role.
It's really improved her backseat driving.
Oh. No, Tim, stop. Turn. I can see it now.
Amen.
Before I was in my bliss.
Well, I went to the eye doctor, and he said, you have just the start of macular. But he said, no worries, as old as you are. He said, it probably won't bother you. But anyway, I went to her, so I told her specialist this, and he said, let's try something. So he examined me, and he said, all right, so I used the red light for the last 18 weeks, twice a week is all. I went in with her day before yesterday, and I have zero macular at all.
That is incredible. I'm telling you, folks, that's why I love photobiomodulation. It's interesting that we don't need necessarily the shots. I'm not saying that they don't have their place. Please don't get me wrong. But what I'm trying to say is that there is so much more that not only we need, but that the world is accepting and awakening, and it's real. It's a real experience. When you don't have to have an intrusive experience or even have to go to a specialist to try and work your way through something, because you can do it at home with something as simple as light. Light, the body wants it, it needs it, and it will use it the best way it knows how, and it knows how better than your mind does. It will know how to use it, and it will use it the right way. These two are living proof that light will change your life in very quick order and in very permanent ways.
Can I tell you one more?
Please.
Last year we were in New York. She tripped on a step, ended up going to a New York hospital, which is an experience. But anyway, they took all the hide off of her shin, and they put 30-some stitches in there. But they said, you'll definitely have to have skin grafts on this, so follow up. A little over 7 days later, that baby scabbed over and no skin grafts.
Woo! Take the shot.
Red light.
She's showing some leg.
I put the red light on when we got home, which was 2 days later, for 3.5 weeks. That's what I ended up with.
No scars.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please give a round of applause for these folks who were so kind to come up and tell their story. We pray, thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love light. We love that what it will do for all of us. I hope that you can share the message of giving more light to everybody around you, both in the transactional way as far as getting benefits, but also in the lights of your intelligence, your enthusiasm, and your smiles. Thank you so much. Have a great day.